Hello you wonderful lot, it's Gran here with another episode of Vintage Story on the Rusty Gear server. Now then, haven't had much time this week I'm afraid, so I'm going to take you on a little tour of the buildings that I have built since the last video. The last video was a couple of days ago and I haven't built these in the last couple of days. That would be a momentous effort, it really would. I built these next few buildings over the last few weeks, but obviously I was a bit behind on my uploads, so that's why the last video was up a couple of days ago and there's still a lot to see, but I just haven't had time. And Sid has done an awful lot of work and he's prepared a video which will be out I think on the 19th, which will show his contribution to Winterfell so far, which I must say change it quite dramatically, I think. It looks really fab, and I'm going to try my very best not to show you that today. But I'm going to show you 3 things which I have built since the stables. So, shall we go? Because I've got a lot to show you. Right, so eyes down. Now we're starting down here in the inn because I want to just remind you of what the first building looked like that I built down here in the village. And it's right up here at the top of the village. Whoops, daisy. Whoops. It's this one here. And the next building I'm going to show you is the smithy. And I wanted the smithy to be like this building. Only I'm going to change the wattle and daub to granite. It's going to be plain granite, but the rest is going to be very similar to this, because I think the servants who are employed in the castle would have a little bit more money to spend on their dwellings. So I think the dwellings inside the castle would probably be built of granite rather than wattle and daub, and it would have tiles for the roof instead of, you know, in other words, they would be more robust within the castle walls, I think, anyway, my opinion. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm keeping my eyes down as I run back to the castle to get to the smithy, because there are things you might see if I raised my eyes that I don't want you to see until Sid shows his video. Oh dear, we do try, don't we? We do try. Oh, I cut down a lot of this grass the other day and it's all grown back. But it's very frosty because we're in November now, if you have a look. 2nd of November. So this is the smithy. Obviously not decorated because, as I've said before, I'm going to decorate after I've built all the buildings. So this is the smithy. It's quite extensive, isn't it? And I think this castle would have quite an extensive smithy. There'd be a lot going on. He might, this smithy, employ a couple of people to help him in the smithy as well. So, of course, he would have his family who would live here in the smithy with him. So this is the smithy, and as you can see, it's very similar to that first building, but it's got granite as its upper levels instead of the wattle and daub, as I mentioned. And I've used quite a lot of support beams on this because I like support beams. I really do. I don't know if these should be a little bit shorter than that, actually. Maybe come just from there over the window, because that looks a little bit... Can I just move those? There's 2 there. If I go from there to there, I think that's better, isn't it? There to there. I might make a few adjustments while I'm doing this. Like I am doing now. I'm making a few adjustments. But, you know, when you go around stuff and you look at it, there are always things you think, I think I could have done that better, or I think I could have moved that there. But that, I think, looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. I may add some windowsills and things like that, but that'll come with the decorating. So that's what these as well. Look, I could do these. Hang on a minute. There and there. We'll have those. And I'm going to do those from the middle out to there rather than from the edge. There, that looks better, doesn't it? And I don't think it looks weird that those two are higher up, because you can see why, because there's a window there. I haven't put any on here because I ran out at that point, but I'm hoping to get some more, and I shall finish that at some stage. Again, it's probably when I do the decorating, because I am keeping a snagging list and I keep adding to it. So this this on my list will be support beams on smithy. So I'll put that on my list so I can come back and do that. Inside, as you can see, is a big room. I haven't divided this up in any way, but I might divide it up a little bit later. But I've got aged wooden slabs on the floor. I've made a fancier staircase than I usually do. As you can see, I've got the same sort of banister as I have in the houses or in the village, but I've taken the, I don't know what you'd call these, the rods of the banister down to the floor, just to give it a little bit of texture, and I quite like it, actually. I quite like it. You're probably wondering what this door is. It's just to the underside of the stairs, which could be some storage room, but there is the potential to make a cellar, and I haven't done that yet, but it might be something I do with a staircase going down there into the cellar when I do some decorating. So that's the main area. There's quite a lot of room here. If we go upstairs, we can see that this big area is going to be bedrooms, and this has to be divided up as well. And the roof needs more support, like with support beams, so that will have that. And of course all the decorating that would go inside it as well. So that is the smithy. As you can see, I am working really hard on getting all the buildings in place, so with it then can concentrate on the decorating, which I am so looking forward to. I really am. That's going to be quite an exciting thing to see it all come together. So that is the inside of the smithy. Now, if I close that door and come through this door, the smithy, or the smith, will be able to come out into his work area and do his smithing bits and bats. This is going to be filled with all sorts of things in here. Will be furnaces and, you know, all the things you need to work them. There will be lots of shelves and storage. There'll be, I mean, it won't look as clean as this, because smithies are quite dirty places, aren't they? So this will be dirtied up quite a bit. But I think there's a lot of scope there for putting a lot of things in there. So, yeah, so I'm really chuffed about that and how that's turned out. I quite like that. So after the smithy, I did the armory. Now, I was quite excited to do the armory because I'm trying, as you can see, to make sure I don't give you any spoilers on what Sid's been up to. I'm trying really hard. Now, there's lots of bits to this smithy, and I haven't finished the front entrance yet, as you can see. I haven't decided what that's going to be like. It may even be just a simple arch with the doors at the bottom of it. I'm not quite sure. And I may even put a portcullis on this bit, actually, because the armory, I should imagine, if there's an army coming to attack, they'll make a beeline for the armory, so they get their hands on all the weapons and stuff. Yeah, I think so. I think so anyway. But yeah, this is the armory. Look at this. I'm really, really chuffed with this. So if we go into the main building, I've made the bottom part vaulted to enable it to support the rest of the building, and the rest of the building goes, you know, quite high up. I did have a little bit of a problem where I matched the walkway. If you can remember, there's a wooded walkway, a covered walkway from the Great Keep, which joins the armory. So I had to resolve that because it was quite high up in the air. So this bottom bit I wanted to be quite open, and for men to, because obviously if there's a siege and they get attacked, there's gonna be a lot of people running about, making sure that they've got all their armour and the weapons and all the things that they throw down the murder holes and lots of arrows and stuff. So a lot of them would be a lot of those things would be stored down here, just ready to be grabbed. So I've made this quite robust in that the flooring is dry stone, granite dry stone. So, you know, it wouldn't become muddy too quickly, and they would be able to... Things like, I wonder, I'm thinking about, you know, the siege towers, what do you call them? The trebuchets, that's it. They may have a few of those in here, although I'm sure I saw some, say, on the wall or something like that, so I should imagine they might have had some in the castle. I'm not quite sure. There's also, I've put some straw dummies in here for training purposes. And there'll be a lot of other things like that when I do the decorating, but I just wanted to put them in there, just, you know, just for a bit extra, I don't know. And Punk he's been making weapons for me, and he's giving me stuff in order to make lots of spears and things like that, and yeah, so I should be making a lot of those things as well, so that is fab. So thank you very much for that, Punk. Just round, as you come in the gate, let me show you this area here. There's an area here where you can go upstairs, and this is going to be like an inside bit, so the men that are on duty can come in for a cup of tea or whatever they have in those days. Don't think they'd be having ale, would they, when they were on duty? And then there's another area that will take you onto the battlements that surround the armory. So you can get right round here and defend the armory from up here as well. And we've got murder holes here. We've got the arrow slits as well, and that covers all this area right round in front of the keep. So you can imagine if people have got in somehow, the enemy has got in somehow, they could be here in the armory shooting and defending the place. You can also get back into the armory through this door here. So if we go down here, we are on the lower level of the armory. Oh no, we are on the first floor of the armory. And I can imagine this is where suits of armour could be kept and other things like that. So I think there would be all sorts of different things stored in here. And I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's decorated. I really can't. So going back up here, this is the attic part of the armory, and again another big area. The roof needs more support and support beams in it as well, and I need to finish off the windows, which I'm not sure how I'm going to finish those off right at this moment, but it'll come in with the decorating. We'll keep saying that. Now, these windows you won't have seen before, but I got these from a ruin. There was a church ruin, and there was a little bit of a fight to be had. I think I've got that clip somewhere. Right, let's go and have a look. It looks really good. It looks like it might have quite a lot of... there's a lot of locusts about, though. Right, I'll try and get these from up here. If they stand still, I might be able to get them with my arrows. Because I'm a good shot on a still target. There we go. Might be able... Oh, I disturbed them a bit. Oh, I'll never be able to get them now. Come on, keep still. Oh dear. No, this is no good, is it? Keep missing. Will I do better with my sword, I wonder? Let's have a look. Come on then. I might have a few bites here. Get out. There we go. Come on. Come here. You're not getting away now. Oh, I can't reach yet. There you go. They're like little gnats, aren't they, really? They're like little, you know, little crabby things. Let me pick up my arrows. Oh, there's a load more around there. Let's have a look. Oh, it looks good, this church. Get off! Oh, I can't. I'm not getting close enough. There we go. Oh, what was that? Oh, some more! Oh my goodness. Get off. Oh, that's a live one, isn't it? There we go. Got that before it got me. Oh, look at those windows. Those are going to come in handy. Very nice. And black tiles, which I'm using, so I can get those as well. Oh, I don't think there's going to be much left on this when I've finished with it. These are all full blocks. That is nice. Oh, let me just get this. Actually, I don't think these are the ones they come out of, are they? They're just the nests. But they do have Jonas parts in, so... But they do take a long time as well. That's better. Some more critters down there. I can see a locust nest out there, actually. Let me just get these down, and then when I go down, I can pick these up. Oh, look at that. There's 3 all in a row there. Let me just get those. Although they don't seem to be coming out this way. Oh, none came out. It doesn't say they're inactive, though, but... Oh, they're coming out from up there. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, these take so long. Come on, break. Oh, my goodness. I think I might leave those alone and just tackle these. There we go. Not too bad if they stay still. There we go. Oh, there's one there, look. Let's get that one. Oh, that one's after me. Get out. Let me see what's through there. See if I can spot the cage. That's an antler mount there. I might get that as well. Let me just see if I can get rid of these lot first. Oh, it's not too... Oh, they might come from down there. Oh, and there's chandeliers as well. Nice. Should be having those. Can I get that? Oh, oh, I've got to go down to get it. Well, I want it, so let's get you lot out the way. There we go. Oh dear. So many. Get out. So, keep still. That one. That one. No, missed. There we go. Right, let me pick up my arrows and see if I can spot where that spawner is and get my chandelier. Got a lot of aged wood, and these really well chiselled windows, and I quite liked those, and they looked sturdy enough, I thought, for somewhere like the Armory, which has got to be a strong, sturdy building, which I hope you think I've made that quite strong enough. So yeah, quite a bit to do in there. Now this door is the one that takes us to the covered walkway into the main keep. And I must remember, because when I came on earlier, I noticed that I hadn't put a support beam on this side of the walkway, and I think that was because I ran out. So again, I'm gonna have to put that on my list. Support beam on walkway. So as soon as I get some more support beams, I will be putting them on there. So yeah, so that is the Armory. Let's go straight down. That's the first floor, isn't it? Yeah. Straight down here to the ground floor. There we go. We've also got another area over here. Let's close that door. Down here. And this is another storage area. And as you can see, I've put some heavy beams in here to support the upper floor. I think this is a nice space. Can do lots with that. And then the other space in here is this. And this is a big space as well. Again, I need to put some supports up for the roof, some support beams, and decide what's going to go in here. Now, if you've got any suggestions for what I put in each of these areas, do let them be known in the comments below, because I'm always open to suggestions. So there is quite a lot of space here for training purposes. There's this area here as well. But there is a lot of equipment that needs to go in here. So, yeah, I think I quite like this area. I quite like how this looks down here with the open vaulted area. So I'm quite chuffed with that. Okay, so let's go out here. Try not to look up. And we'll make our way around this way. Because the next thing I'm going to show you took quite a long time to build, only because of the resources that I needed to build it. And a bit like the aged wood that I needed to get for the stable, I needed a lot of glass for the glass house. Now, back in these days, there wasn't anything like a greenhouse. A greenhouse wasn't invented back here. I'm thinking about, you know, medieval days, where this fantasy world goes back beyond medieval days. It goes back thousands of years, not hundreds. So, but this is the glass house that I've made for Winterfell. I'm trying not to show everything else, but I think it's unavoidable, I think, really. But this is the glass house. How far can I come out without being too there like that? There's the glass house. Let's go in, shall we? Now, there are some more decorations I need to put inside here as well. But it's the description in the wiki says that the glass house supported growth for vegetables, fruit and flowers. So we've got I've taken a big selection of our berry bushes from out over there, and I think you remember me picking them when they were out on outside of Winterfell, out, you know, on the other side of the wall there at the bottom of the hill. And they did grow very quickly while they were in here, and I also found that smashing them meant you pick them much quicker. And I don't think you lost anything in doing that. So picking them up and replacing them got you the berries picked much quicker than using your knife and just going one at a time, which is a bit boring really, isn't it? So this is the central bit, and this is all the fruit. And if we go in here, we've got all the veggies growing in here. Cold damage will yield only 50% of produce. Well, yeah, it has been pretty cold. It does get pretty cold around here, but this is not a vintage story greenhouse, so it won't have that extra 5 degree increase in it, because I think it's too big for that. If I'd sectioned it off, it probably could be a vintage story greenhouse with that extra 5 degree effect, but this won't. This is just to represent the glass house that was situated within Winterfell. So for vintage story, we'll only get half the cabbages. So this is an N crop, this is a K crop, and this is a P crop. So we could pick all these and we could put them in different places and they still would have enough nutrients to grow them all. But I'm not going to do that just now. I'm just going to leave that for now, and I'll probably replace those a little bit later, because they will need to be replaced, otherwise they'll die off, won't they? So yeah, so that's the vegetable part. And this is the fruit part. And this is the flower part, because they did grow flowers as well. So I've got a collection of flowers in here, and obviously it doesn't matter what the temperature is in this bit. But decorations in here will include some piping to show that the heat from the hot springs underneath Winterfell is warming the greenhouses. So that's how the greenhouses stayed warm. And well, underneath here I've got to put some hot springs. So yeah, that'll be something I'll have to get on with. Now there isn't much description of the greenhouse except that it has green and yellow glass panes which are locked in frames. So I've used aged wood for that, and worked on getting, well, a decent sort of looking frame and trapping the glass in there. Then it was just a matter of getting the glass, because as you can see there's an awful lot of it, and I had help from Sid with that as well. He was able to purchase me some, well, I don't know if he purchased it or if he had it, but he came along with quite a bit of green and yellow glass that he had in his possession. And I also found a lot of olivine at the bottom of the granite mine that I'd made on my build site. So I was able to go and mine that as well. You have to mine a lot of it though, but because I needed a lot of glass. So it was difficult to know how to put in the green and yellow glass. So I just put green and yellow, yeah, there's yellow, yeah, there's green, sections within each of the supporting beams. And then the roofing I made in 2 sections for each of these larger sections. So as I go out and look back, you'll be able to see what that looks like. I think you saw it right at the beginning. And then these were diagonally chiselled. So, but it looks like a lot, but really once you've done one pane that's green and one pane that's yellow, then you know you've soon got it sorted really. So I quite like this. I quite like this space. So I don't know if you would have done it any different, or, you know, let me know if you would. Let me know what you would have, you know, any suggestions. I'm quite happy to hear. I love listening to your ideas and how things can be done differently. So the next building that I built, well, I'm still in the process of building this because I have a little bit of a blank spot in my brain as to what I'm going to do for the upper floor in this. Now this is the first keep. Now the first keep did hold the bed chambers for the King of the North and his wife back when this was the only keep in Winterfell. And over the thousands of years that Winterfell has been stood here, another keep was built, and that's the main keep where the bed chambers are now. So the upper floors I think should be bed chambers, but I haven't divided it up yet. But this lower floor would have been for all sorts of things, and I've changed it into storage rooms, because obviously storage would be sorely needed, and every little inch inside Winterfell would be used for storage. So I have changed the bottom area, wherever it was used for originally is now used for storage, because this building is, in the description it says it's unused, so I think it means it's unused as a keep. But you wouldn't leave all this space with nothing in it, would you? If storage space was at a premium, you would use it for storage. So in here would be lots and lots of things just strewn about the place, I should imagine. And these little rooms that I've created would do for storing individual things. And over here in the corner, I've built stairs up to the next level, which is a level I'm not quite sure what to do with. So this is what this looks like at the moment. It's got a roof like the main keep, the Great Keep, which is a domed roof. These pillars obviously need to go right up through this floor, whatever it's going to be. And I think maybe just dividing this up into small rooms that would have been bed chambers at the time. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Windows need to go in, and obviously all the decorating once I've decided what this is going to be. And there would be space above this room, again in the attic, for more storage. So lots of storage up there. And this would take us up to the roof. Okay, so again, we've got the battlements around the top of it. So we can see there's just a few more buildings to do. So let me get down here. Let me get down. I sort of was half down then when I chopped my head off. Right, so let us go on to the next area that I have built. So that's the first keep. Let me see if I can give you a good show of that. There we go. The first keep. And that's described as a round squat tower. One thing I have to do when I decorate that is put some gargoyles on the outside. So that'll be interesting when I look up gargoyles and see what they look like, and put some of those on there. Looking forward to that. Now the the building I'm working on at the moment is the guards hall, and that's what this structure is here. And the guards hall I've made a little bit more homey than maybe it might have been. There we go. It's a similar sort of, I suppose, well, it's not really similar, is it, to that first house I showed you, the Smithy's house, but it's of that style. So the upper part is made up of granite, and then we've got the cobblestone underneath. And what we've got here are some barracks for the garrison. So this will be lined with beds in here, all the way down this side and all the way down that side. And we have another area here that will be lined with beds down this side and this side. And then in the middle bit, there will be an area for rest and relaxation, I suppose, really, and eating. So this area here, and this is akin to the area in the main keep for the garrison as well. So yeah, I thought this was quite a good space for those. Let me see. Now, I've yet to build some. I'm still working on this area, and I've got to build some stairs to the upper part. So I'm just going to put my angel belt on so I can get up to the upper part, because I haven't sorted that out yet. There are attic dormer rooms above this that just look like this really, except in the roofing space, and both need dividing up. I have divided this up a little bit incorrectly with the ceilings, because I've given it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, but downstairs I've got 3 areas that are 7 spaces wide. So I am going to change this so this is actually like the spaces down below, that it corresponds with the spaces below. So like so there's this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should go here. Let me just take this angel belt off. So there'll be 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another one there. So there won't be actual beams in this bit. It would come out the wall, because that wall's gone out one space out that side. So that probably would be 1 inside. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would come out from there, I would imagine. And I could put an arch in there. I could put more arches, but they would need to be wooden ones, and I wouldn't want to do that. So I'm just going to move the upper beam so that it corresponds with the lower beam, and then we would divide them up. And I think I would have the stairs at the back rather than at the front. so that they accessed these areas from the back here. And an area to go outside, and there are battlements on this upper surface as well. So this is how these are, and the battlements go all the way around. I've got this corner bit to do here, and these areas down here are going to be the training areas, because of course one of the descriptions in the wiki and in the TV series is of the Starks looking out from the covered walkway and watching their sons training in the area below. So that's got to happen down there. So yeah, so it's coming on. Most of the walls are cobblestone, but I've used light mud bricks on this area here, and I quite like the look of it here. So I'm quite liking that. And this area here probably is I'm not quite sure, to be honest. There may be a place where maybe when the garrison come in and out with their horses, maybe from wherever they've stabled their horses before, they would come in here and leave their horses here whilst they have meetings or take part in exercises with the other garrison, and then go off to their houses, maybe with their family in the village, or maybe they have houses elsewhere. So yeah, this is what the guards hall is looking like so far. So let me see if I can show you an aerial view. Let me get over here. Right, so there is the smithy. And then we've got the armory. I love those archers. I love them. That vaulting underneath is the bee's knees. And then we have the guards hall. And the first keep, which still needs a lot of figuring out, because as I say, it's abandoned. And then of course the glass house. And that is about it for this video. So let me put these things up there. So take care everybody, and I shall see you in the next video, by which time I'm hoping to have done a whole lot more. Bye bye.